couple of things Coach Underwood mentioned about you today. It was your leadership. Is that something does that come naturally to you, or something you had to work on?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's come natural to me. In high school, I was a quarterback on the team, and that's definitely something you need a leadership for. And then also just being, the guy on the high school basketball team that kind of had the voice. I would definitely say I got a lot of that from my earlier years, but last year was kind of tough. I was, pretty young guy. Didn't have as many opportunities as other guys, so it was hard for me to kind of take that leadership role. But, this year with an elevated role and, kind of being the veteran on this team, I've been able to step up and help those guys and bring them along. So.
Another thing with Plummer and Trent gone now, Coach talked about you as one of the key three-point shooters. Do you feel comfortable in that role spotting up?
Yeah, for sure. One thing about me is wherever the coaches need me or whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do. So if that means, stand in the corner and hit open threes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, this year I'm sure it's going to look a little different from game to game based on, personnel and scouting report and stuff. But, coaches need me to shoot the ball, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So.
What did you work on this summer?
I worked on changing my body composition. Last year I kind of guarded a lot of the fours. That was my role. Kind of helped out Jake, gave him relief during the game. But this year our defense is going to look so much different. So I got to be able to, switch on the smaller guards, stay in front. And so this offseason, me and Coach Fletch, really focused on changing my body composition, down in body fat, upper muscle type stuff. So, I'm really able to stay in front of guys better. And my defense, I'd say, is definitely improved.
Is there a big difference between the 3 and 4 position on this team?
Yeah, on this team, not as much. I would say in college basketball, yes, the 4, isn't guarding guys on the perimeter as much and stuff like that. But, on this team, we got a lot of positionless guys. I mean, you guys see it. We got wings that are ranging from 6'5" to 6'10" and that. So we got guys that, can do a lot of different things on the court.
What was the biggest thing you took away from last year? I know you probably haven't really gone home much
since
the season ended, but what's the biggest thing you took away when you reflected back?
I would definitely say, I really understood what it takes to win. You don't really see it in college basketball before you get to it, but once you go through a whole season and see everything that goes into it, scouting reports, traveling, practice, you just realize, it's really hard to win. So, you got to listen to your coaches, trust in your teammates, and do everything right to be a successful team. So, now that I have that knowledge, I'm able to approach the season in a different way, mentally prepare myself and ready myself to, be the best teammate possible.
What was the most eye-opening thing that it took to win? The things you mentioned are kind of standard. What was the most eye-opening thing that you're like, I would not have thought of that when I was in high school?
Man, that's a good question. I would definitely say the defense. The defense is a huge thing. You see these scores in college basketball, in the 80s and 70s, and you go out there and you play great defense, and then they get a bucket. It's the Big Ten is such a great league, and you got tough shot makers. So I would definitely say the defense being at such an elite level to be able to win. So
with so many newcomers, how are these guys gelling off the court? Are the personalities meshing pretty well?
Yeah, they're awesome. Every single guy on our team is such a high-character guy. I absolutely love my teammates this year. They do a great job, getting together off the court. We have, group. We get together. We just played a kickball game as a team the other day, and just stuff like that, small stuff like that. Go get dinner with your teammate and stuff like that. So our camaraderie and our togetherness off the court is definitely great this year, and everybody enjoys each other. So
who's the best kickball player?
Oh, RJ can kick the ball really well. We played at the softball field. He about kicked it out a couple times, so he's got a leg on him.
Your ability to shoot, what do you feel like that can add? And I think Brad said you and RJ are two guys kind of right nose to nose. What can that add to this team with what you guys need?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's like a floor spacer. I mean, when you see our offense and our spread offense that we're going to have, I'll be able to shoot the ball, but I'll also be able to space the floor. You're gonna have guys that can't help off, and it's gonna give opportunities to other guys with the ball and stuff like that. So whether it's spacing wide to get somebody to double gap, or I'm coming off a screen for a shot, it's gonna just create a lot of motion with the offense and a lot of confusion for the defense.
Matt said he wants to be Big Ten Player of the Year defensively.
Yes.
You've seen him in a few practices.
Yeah.
What do you think of his chances?
He's up there. He's a great defender. Every single day, he says it to everybody. During practice, he'll get a steal and make a joke about it. But he's a great defender, and I think I'm really excited to see him flourish in that role, and especially in the Big Ten. I think he's going to do a great job. And if I was a betting man, I'll put my money on him. So.